So yeah, people may not know, but you and I used to work together back at our old brokerage with my very first broker. I don't know if she was
She was my first
really.
too.
So both
Yeah.
of it, and so now we're both brokers. We all have
Yeah.
our own brokerage, our own company, which is really great.
Yeah. Several of us from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I remember we used to work together. We used to do social media together.
Mm-hmm.
So you obviously you do a lot of business. You're well known on the North Shore. If you could give advice to someone just getting their real estate license, who's just starting out, who doesn't really know or have a path, what would you tell them? What's like the most strongest piece of advice you could give?
Well, I think there's a lot, but I would start with be humble and willing to learn. Honestly, the best thing that you can invest in is yourself. So the more you know, the more you honestly, there's a lot of weird things I used to do. So when I first started out, I was like, I have nothing to lose, but I have everything to, gain at this point. So I would just take whatever business would come my way.
Right.
And I find it very silly now that there's so many agents who are like, oh, I'm not going to take this person on. Oh, I'm not going to do this deal because I'm only going to make X amount of money. I was like, I don't care how much money I make.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need the experience. I lack experience. So how can I make up for that?
Yeah.
I need to go out there and do it.
Right. No,
And when I got licensed, I was 6 months pregnant, and I was out there in my big old belly, just like going everywhere. And I would drive an hour and a half, wherever, just to like get acquainted with markets. And then in areas that I was interested in, I would get lost on purpose. I'd turn off my GPS and I'd be like, I want to know where the little hidden streets are at. So I was like, I want to know where everything is. And then honestly, I wish I would have leaned more into my agent relationships early on.
Yeah.
Because I had none.
Right.
So it is a very lonely business to get into.
Yeah.
And
because we all kind of work together in that sense, but we're also all independent.
We're all independent, right? And so it's like, then you feel like, oh, well, I can't ask this person because they're my competition.
Right.
And it's like, don't you want everyone in your market to represent a good, like, world-rounded professional? Right? So it's like, why wouldn't you help someone else?
Yeah, well, some brokerages are like that. Like they don't foster that nurturing, like cultivating where we're a team, we're here to help each other. Yeah. Some brokerages are very cutthroat, and you get that vibe of like, I can't ask because why would they help me because I'm their competition? So, which is totally wrong. And I know you run your brokerage where, like I said, you're all a team, you all help each other. That's how I think it should be, because some brokerages out there, these big corporate brokerages are not like that. They're very much, everyone is, it's sink or swim, you're on your own, good luck type of deal, which I don't really like. But
no, because then it brings about a lot of like ugly, almost like a high school mentality. And it's like everyone's like looking for this one spot. And it's like, no, surround yourself with like-minded people who also want to grow, and you can benefit from each other. You're not going to, I know it's hard sometimes, like we are technically competing for a lot of the same business, but the ones who actually focus, do the work, and are humble and open to learn are the ones who are going to benefit the most. So just changing your mindset and going into it and going, I don't care if I get paid for this, but I'm gaining the experience. I don't care if I'm only getting paid a little bit, but I'm gaining more experience, more clients.
Right.
And just becoming better. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I work for free a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to.
One of my biggest pet peeves as a broker, and all my agents know, is when agents say that they don't want to waste their time with a particular client. It's like,
well, what else are you doing with that time? What is it that's making you so much money right now?
What else are you doing, right? Besides, I mean, you could go out, show homes, take some videos, make some social media posts. Whatever you do is valuable. Like, that might not produce a sale, it might not produce a closing, but you're going to make content out of it. You're going to meet people. They may have referrals that they might not be able to buy, but they could refer you out to somebody, a family member who is able to buy. So, I mean, that whole, like, I don't want to waste my time. Like, okay, well, you're sitting on the sofa watching TV. Like, what else?
Yeah. What else is more pressing?
Yeah.
What else is making you money? And that's why I say, like, you had to be so, if you're around me often, you'll hear me say this time and time again. You had to be so intentional about the people that you're around and how you spend your time. And I'm not saying you can't have any like self-care time or any downtime. Like, you should do that once in a while. But if you are not working towards getting closer to your goal every day, and you are not around people who are also working towards their goals, and you continue to hang around with a lot of people who, want that like instant gratification or whatever it is, or something that just, you had to bet on yourself.
Yeah, people that are complaining a lot,
and you
they want shortcuts, and it's like there's
no shortcuts.
Yeah, the long road is the shortcut, because that's the only road that's going to get you where you want to be. So taking shortcuts will never get you anywhere.
And the moment you get to that goal, you just have like 30 more, and you're just like, oh well, I came all this way, but I still feel like I have so much to do. And it's like, have you ever taken a step back and like, wow, I've actually done a lot of what I set out to do, and I've gotten a lot further than what I thought.
Yeah.
But you won't see it if you continue to hang around people who aren't like that.
Right.
You know, so that's
so
new agents.
Change your friends.
Change it. Well, sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a lot of negative people doubting you and stuff like that. Like, I don't know about you, but my first year, I wanted to quit probably every week. I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. No, I hear that a lot. And I feel like people that are negative, that are like, oh, you'll never make it, this isn't for you, you'll never be successful, those people are never above you, in a sense. Like, those people are never the more successful people. More successful people are all the ones bringing you up to their level.
Yeah.
And I feel like people that are super negative always want to bring you down to their level. I guess misery loves company. But yeah, no, you have to just like block all that out. But I know it is tough. And there's no one in real estate that's pushing you to really do the things you have to do. As an independent contractor, you don't have a boss. You don't have someone who is constantly watching you, constantly over you. It's very self-motivating.
And that's why I said, like, when you asked about the teams and you're like, well, what's best? Like, going solo or going team? And it's like, well, you have to know yourself. Some people do need someone that's like a boss. At least in the beginning, to help you get established.
Right.
But this business is not really cut out for people who need that constant hand-holding.
Right.
Eventually, you will not be in it any longer. If you need someone to constantly tell you, if you don't know what your why is, if you don't know what you're working towards, or why, like, you do what you do every day, why you get up every day, like, then you have no direction. What are your values? What's your why? Like, what is it that, like, propels you? If you lack that and you're just like, well, if I just, sell a couple of houses a year, I'm good.
Yeah.
You will only do that if that.
Right.
You've already limited yourself.
It's true.
And that's one of the things I remember about you when we were starting out. You're like, I want to sell like $1 million houses. And I was like, he's crazy, because I'm over here showing rentals. And I was like, dang, he was up to something. He already set a goal. He had a vision.
Yeah.
And I was already like, talking myself down.
Yeah.